It gets a bit alarming that for the past 2 months, I've been getting a lot of friends contacting me asking, "Hey Max, are you still investing in cryptocurrency? How much money have you made? What exchange do I use to buy, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc." So I want to use this video as a way to compile everything together and explain to you guys my personal story of how I started investing in cryptocurrency since the 2017, as well as my biggest mistakes in investing in all these different coins, as well as the new strategies going forward in 2021. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Max, and welcome to Inspire DIYer. All right, so for those who have been living under a rock, cryptocurrency is basically a digital or virtual currency that can be used to exchange for goods and services. And there are tons of people out there who can explain this way better than me, so I'm not going to pretend I can do so, and it would take way too long anyway for this video. So let's jump into the investment aspect of it. So back in 2017, I've decided to purchase my first Ethereum and also Litecoin. That was back in like almost like the peak of the bull run in late 2017 because of those ICO booming. And the reason why I didn't start to invest into Bitcoin at first was because I thought it was way too expensive, and everyone else said it's way too overvalued at the time. It was overvalued, and there are way better coins out there, smaller cap coins that you can make way more money into it. So that's what I did. I invest into just basically all the big cap coins that you heard of. I was still experimenting. I didn't know any better of how to invest at all. And towards 2018, the market crashed, and I started to do a lot more research into it, and that's when I really went down the rabbit hole of investing and everything. People were telling me, a lot of my friends were telling me it will never go above 10,000 again. It's gonna crash, and it did. It did crash big time. I made a lot of profit in the past, but I didn't sell anything. So basically, when it crashed back down to 6,000 from 18, 20k USD, I can't remember at the time, I pretty much lost all my profit. If I cash out all my profits back then, I could have bought a brand new car, but I was thinking of something way bigger, obviously it's going to go to the moon and whatnot. So that's what I did. And for the next 2 years or so, I basically worked in my first job. I was obviously underpaid for a lot of it, but I continuously start to invest more and more money into it, or whatever amount I have, and it kept going down further and further. So it was it felt really discouraging at this point. And to be honest, I even thought at one point when it was kind of stabilizing around 6k for a very long time that it's gonna go back up. So I bought a big chunk of it, and then it dipped. I can't remember the time frame exactly, and then it went down further and further. So that was a breaking moment for me because I didn't have a lot of money to invest. I wasn't just like a poor college student that just recently graduated, and then I just basically invest almost all my money into it at this point. And it was at this point where it got to as low as 3.1k USD or something like that at the time. And I've decided to buy. I had way more than a Bitcoin at the time now, so because I bought way so much back then, and this is where I made the biggest mistake of my life, because at the time when I invested into this, I thought that everyone was telling that it's gonna go down to 2,000 USD, and with that mindset, when I saw the price that went up to 3.4k, I was thinking in my mind, this is a lot of money. It's from 3.1 to 3.4k. This is a lot. Okay, so I started selling a lot of it, which was the biggest regret that I ever had, because that's actually where the bottom of the market is, and I didn't know that at the time. So it went up further to above 4,000, and then it shot up above 5,000 again, and 6,000, and I couldn't buy back in because I thought it would go down again, and it never did. And I'll explain you to exactly what my new strategy will be going forward with this story afterward. So at this point, I already realized that that is one of my biggest mistakes of investing into cryptocurrencies, where not knowing where the bottom of the market is, and then trying to time the bottom when in fact you could just keep dollar cost average in, keep buying a little amount at each time and take profits whenever you can, because that's how you protect your wealth. Now, in March of 2020, as you know, the pandemic happened. That's when all the markets crashed one more time. And then knowing these experiences that I have over the past few years of investing into, cryptocurrency, or you can invest into any market, you probably have similar experience for this. You realize that the fundamental of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency has not changed at all. And I forgot to mention that when the market was crashing, I also bought into more and more Bitcoin as I do more research, and I stopped looking into all those shit coins, quote unquote. In 2020, I decided to use basically like my personal savings, not all my, but like most of my emergency funds into buying more and more when the market starts to drop again to 4 to 5,000 or something at the time. And when it starts to go back up, like, to 10,000, I sold some of that amount off. And you know what? I had to be honest, I have no regrets doing that, because now that I learned how to invest properly and protecting my wealth, taking those little bit of profits, pulling out your initial investment makes a lot of sense now. And I sold some more all the way up to 20K, because that was, back when it was in the all-time high of 2017, because you just never know where the market might go, right? I can honestly say that we're seeing a lot of newcomers of who wants to get into cryptocurrency again, or who's like completely new to this market, trying to dip their toes in because someone as rich as like Elon Musk has started to invest into it. So there's true potential into this market. So now going to 2021 strategies, I'm obviously going to be taking profits on the way up, whether Bitcoin is going to reach like 80K, 100K, or wherever the end of the market cycle will be. And I just want to caution those newcomers out there that, you're going to hear a lot of people saying that, oh, the market is going to go to the moon, it will never stop. They're going to tell you to buy their own bags. I'm not here to promote any cryptocurrency per se. Like, I do have some of the holdings that I strongly believe into the project, but there's going to be a lot of people out there just like, obviously trying to make short gains. And like, if you don't really understand well into what you're investing, it's definitely really dangerous. And none of the things I'm saying in this video are financial advice. So, take it or leave it in terms of all the information I'm providing you, but try to be cautious out there of, do your own research of what you're investing in. That's the most important part. Like, it doesn't even matter what investment it is. Like, you probably got now trying to dive into cryptocurrency because you see the potential in it. Richest people are getting into crypto or are already in cryptocurrency. So in terms of my personal advice to you is, always look out for what the market is going to do in the future, because like Bitcoin goes through a huge cycle. Like there's something called like the 4-year cycle where Bitcoin's going to rise up, shut up, and then it's probably going to crash down. And for those who are saying it will never happen, they obviously, I'm going to point them out there that they are delusional, because markets always come down. Whatever goes up must come down. That's just the way it is. But to protect your wealth, it's, you got to start taking profits on the way up as well. Enjoy the gains that you have, even if you think you sold too early. Like how I sold when the market was around 10,000. It was when I started to profit from buying at 5,000, because I was over leveraging my personal savings into this. So that's just my personal 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.